Hi, I think we're live. We are. Hi, my name is Kim Williams, and I run the Rainbow Support Group SC based out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. We are an LGBT all inclusive support group, and you can find us at www.rainbowsupportgroupsc.org. And there you can find all our data and everything that you need to reach us. If you need any help or resources, finding any resources, we used to be just based in Spartanburg, which is in the upstate of South Carolina, but that also includes many other cities around that area. And then with the pandemic, we kind of went global. So we talked to a lot of people in a lot of different time zones and a lot of different places. So we're pretty much everywhere. So if you need any help or finding a resource that you need, even if it's in a different city, we have had luck in finding people help. Even in Australia, we did. And I got another report on more dogs out of Romania. I think that's cool. The rainbow's like everywhere. Yeah, so if you need anything, let us know. Tessa will be joining us shortly. However, she was dealing with a child. What is this? Tonight is our new Thursday support lives instead of Friday, because people started going back out and playing and stuff. So we didn't want anybody who wanted support to miss support through us. So here we are. Yeah, and it's Thursday. It's hard to get used to the Thursday versus Friday, but it's really cool. It's really cool. Like if we all had something to do tomorrow, it would be great. I don't know where Mocha is. Probably job related. That could possibly be. And Tessa is child related. And Dre would, I'm unsure. And Lee would be work related. So you've got me. But it's really good because it's funny. Earlier this week I was trying to think. You ready? Okay. Earlier this week I was trying to think about. So I'm going to bring Tessa on. I guess the child is good.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
I told him that it was child related, so of course we're okay with that. We're good with that. Plus, since the pandemic, everybody's gotten so casual with on the computer conversations. Cats, dogs, kids, pajamas. It's all good now. I mean, it's different than it was. Yeah.
She just strolled on in here and she was like, TT.
Okay, cool. Time to take a moment then. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what this is for. We do this. You can check out what we do business wise, not business wise, but people wise, during the month on our website. And I can put that on the bottom. Hold for a moment. Look, I'm going to try to do this. Here we go. You can check out our website right there. It's scrolling across the bottom. For the dates, and they are up to date on what we do and when we do it, because we do lives twice a month. We do a live on the second Tuesday after our in-person meeting. We do an event once a month. We do all kinds of things. So always make sure that you are checking the website. Hi, Chancey. Look, I just turned it on. Hi, Dustin. I'm sorry I'm a loser. Look, and I even turned on my phone. Tessa's like, yeah, she was telling me earlier that I had screwed up, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even notice.
Hi, Dustin.
I didn't even notice. Hang on. Hi, Eden. Oh my God. Everybody, look, now I can see you.
I'm not sure if we mentioned Operation Backpack.
We haven't. We have been so busy with the world, and I thank you very much, Tessa. That's what I was saying. Tessa keeps me on target, okay? Like there's a reason for Tessa, okay? Because I wouldn't remember these things. Okay, Tessa. Okay, now what? Oh, Operation Backpack.
Operation Backpack.
Yes. Hello from Pittsburgh. How lovely.
Hello, Pittsburgh.
Hello. This is lovely. Global Rainbow. How wonderful. Operation Backpack, where we collect donations and we select a family who needs help during the school year, being able to get their backpacks and their stuff. You know how it is. I say this every year, I feel so bad for the kids, Tessa, that don't have nothing.
Right.
And when they go into school, the kids are going to look. And they're going to say, you know, you don't have it and I do. Or they'll say, I don't have it and you do. And I would rather provide for them and then let their parents spend the money on the stuff that they know about. You know,
Right.
we can take care of the business part. And with that, with our families, we always give them, you know, stuff for the family too, like dish detergent and soft, you know, stuff for the family as well. Okay, because if you're hurting for that, then you're hurting for
you're
everything
hurting.
else. Right.
And right now, you know, everyone's hurting everywhere.
Everyone's hurting, and I've also heard that a lot of the shelters and pantries are running out of food or don't have the donations that they used to have.
Right.
So the resources aren't there totally to give everybody what they need. So what is our point? Help us help a family, and that's wonderful. And we're going to do that through August and have it ready for September. Now that might run a week or two behind the school, but it's really kind of good because we find out what they don't need.
Right.
Right. Then they'll say, oh, we thought we'd need this, but we don't. We need this. Like last year, we took all their things to them and then found out they all needed earbuds. So we bought 300 earbuds and gave it to them, or 200 earbuds, and gave it to the school so they'd have them, which was really cool of the Rainbow to be able to do. I really like that.
And when to see the faces light up, and it just makes you really feel real good to know that you was able to help. It makes you feel good about yourself to help others.
Right. I thought it was cool last year when we showed them the backpacks and they thought they were empty. And then the lady took it and she's like, oh. And I said, yeah, they're full of stuff. And she said, oh my. Oh, well, bring them in here. And she was so excited. I mean, it was great. We did great last year. We did great. We did amazingly great. And we gave so much stuff. I think it was like 25 complete full backpacks, extra supplies and stuff, and tissues and whatnot for the school. And then those earbuds.
Headphones.
And we did real good for them. I'm really pleased with everybody. I hope we can do the same this year. And we do have a month and a half or 2 months. We've got August. A month. A little less
than a month. About 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks. Oh my, that's pressure. Okay, we're gonna have to start marketing. Everybody who's listening to this, like, am I updated on the who's here? See, I don't know.
Do you mind putting the Cash App and PayPal across so they can?
Where do I put that to where the comments go? Right here?
Oh, you are asking the wrong one. I just.
Okay, let's see if they get what I type. I don't know. Let's see if this works. I don't even know the Cash App though. Do I?
Was that you that went? Where's Lee? Lee does this normally.
I know, right? Whoa, if you ever think, oh, they don't need me. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I can't do it on my side. You have to do it on that side.
Well, I'm doing what I think. I don't know.
Hang on,
I don't actually know. Okay, I think, this.
Are we live on the Rainbow or just on Princess Mocha?
Well, somehow, can you share us? Do you have access? Or I can do it from here.
Hang on.
I don't know. Somehow
One
share
moment,
that.
please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
No kidding. We're the Rainbow. We're allowed. Right, we're allowed. No, can't even. Nobody can even say anything.
Please hold. Please stand on hold 1 moment while we say technical difficulties.
Please hold.
Exactly. Do the little jingle.
Oh wait, don't I have a thing for that? I do.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know how to do it?
I'm trying. This is too hard for me. It says I'm doing it, but I'm not doing it. Look at us playing on the computer. So you guys, look, I need to go back to comments and quit messing around. Oh, did I mess up Tessa? Tessa, are you there? I probably screwed it up. Okay, I put the Cash App on there.
I'm back.
Okay, because
Sorry.
I had no clue how to do that thing.
I'm sharing. It looks like we are live on the rainbow. It seems like I seen Princess Mocha's live too. So did you share it to Princess Mocha?
Yeah, it automatically does that.
Awesome.
By the way, this is Tessa, and she's one of our board members, and I'm Kim Williams, and we're talking about Princess Mocha, who's our other co-founder, and like I told you, it was work-related. And then we've got Lee and Dre, and they must be busy. There's Chancey. Chancey, I hope I said hello to you. He used to be our really cool LGBT preacher.
You did.
Okay,
you said
good.
hello to
Okay,
him
good.
as well as Dustin.
And
They both
stuff.
came in right when we started.
Okay, and then I saw that Rox came in, and I saw that. That's cool. We have to get together if you're still on here. Maybe not. People come and go. So if you come back and you see this, I love that. Hi, Kim Williams.
I hope Mom don't mind me sharing the rainbow on her page because I'm like,
hi, Beth. Look, I'm seeing you now.
Mom.
I see you now. Hi, Beth. How are you? Yeah, today I wanted to talk to everybody about that. I've had so many sad phone calls over since we last spoke. Talking like we're all friends here hanging out. And everybody's so sad, and there's so much going on in everybody's world, and bad stuff is happening, and whoa, there's a lot going on. But what did I want to tell everybody? I know this sounds cliche. Are you ready? But I love you all so very much. Please remember that I am old. And I have lived through some of the most unbelievable things. Some of which would sound familiar to stories you could tell me. And I would understand what you've gone through. Not totally, because I'm not you, but totally in the regard of death and pillage and trauma and crazy stuff. But what I want to know is you to know is that the reason why I know you today is because I made it through. Was it shitty times? Absolutely. Welcome to life. Just like I've always said, the rainbow isn't a pillow. Okay, we are, but we're kind of hardcore. Like, life is life. Okay, and shit happens. Okay, but we don't know why it happened. And when you're in the middle of it, there's no way to see any logic in any of it because, wow. And it might be too much for your head. But I just have to tell you, no matter how bad it gets, it'll be okay in the end, as long as you keep your focus. Keep your focus on you and taking care of you, and everything will work out slowly. I guarantee you. Now, if you just sit and you don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. Okay?
I have something I would like to share.
I would love for you to share. Please share.
So, yesterday, I've been having a really tough. There's been a lot that's been going on. And things just kind of seem like one thing after another. I would think I'm get over one hurdle, and then boom, I get smacked in the face with another. And boom, boom, And just a lot has been going on with me being out of work, with a work injury, and having my niece and school starting, just a lot of personal issues. And I was just really at my wits' end, as we was talking yesterday. And I just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I kept crying, and we talked. And on the phone, you dashed with me, and as you talked to me as you was dashing. And I remember, sorry, I have people calling. I remember just being so mad at you because you wouldn't you kept naming reasons of why I needed to stay, and I hung up the phone. And yeah, I hung up. I acted like it was connection, but And then I looked up and I happened to see a car that pulled in front of me. And the first thing I saw on the car was a bumper sticker. And the bumper sticker said, "Stay alive," in bold. And it was a "Stay alive, don't text and drive" bumper sticker. And I sent that to you, that picture to
You
you.
did. You did, and I
And
love it so much.
that was my reminder right there. Like, whoa, that's in my face. I can't ignore that. That
No.
there's your sign.
There's your sign.
So I went in the house. I cried. I had my cry. I had my scream. I turned my music up loud. I put my Pink on. That's my favorite singer. And I just started cleaning house. I busted out the house. I hurt my shoulder more, but I just started cleaning and put my music on and jammed out. And then I sat down and I was like, okay, I have this, I have rent, I have a roof over my head. I got that taken care of.
Boom. One.
I have food. I got that taken care of.
Two.
I'm safe. That's taken care of. I'm getting help. I went over to the checklist and I was like, okay, what do I need? I need to find a way for money. All right, well, what am I good at? Well, I'm good at childcare. Boom. I sat down and started working on doing childcare.
And then you don't.
Within 2 hours of making a post, I've already have an offer for a nanny position. I'm going to talk to the family, go and meet the family tomorrow. And so I just kind of wanted to share that with everyone, because when things look down, and I mean, I'm sure Kim can tell you it was bad. It was really bad.
It was pretty bad.
And
However, that's reality. That's life. And by you calming down and breaking it down, see a focus.
yeah,
Not that it didn't make it any shittier. That's what I tell people. Like the rainbow, I'm not here to tell you that everything's great and perfect. Okay, I'm not. I'm here to tell you reality is reality. Now, I am blessed that we have Tessa. And that we don't have to, because that's awful. And life is just life, and the hurricane. But I'm here to show you, you can come out the other side.
all right.
Now, you might lose your house, or you might lose your car, or something horrible might happen. Okay, but I'm here to tell you that there's a reason for you after the trauma. And the trauma never lasts forever, just like a shot. A shot never lasts forever. Bad times, they seem like they last a long time, but they always go away. And better things come. So just hang on. That's what I wanted to tell everybody. I was thinking about, like, what are we going to talk about? And what we're going to talk about is I need everybody to realize that things are bad if they're bad, but know that you will come out okay, however you come out. But never quit. I mean, you can't just sit and wait for something. That's not how it works. You have to, but when you're in crisis, okay, and that's just coming from the rainbow and from Kim, who is not a lawyer, doctor, or whatever. Okay, I'm just a person. When you're crazy and your brain is like on steroids thinking, you can't really make thought. You can't. You have to get your brain to shut up for a minute and say, okay, I know we're in trouble. I got it. Let me break it down. And what did I tell Tessa when we talked together? I said, wait a minute. We got to start with number one, our survival. Okay, so housing, number one. Check that off. Okay, cool. Okay, now there's food. Check. Okay, cool. See, not as bad as we thought. Okay. And work through your thing. However, because everything in life is going to be different. They're all different lessons. It's not like you can say, well, this shitty thing's happening to me now, but I got over the last shitty thing. Right, this is a new shitty thing. This is to see how maybe the lesson in something really shitty is to see how you would deal with it, or how you would be on the other side. Like, how are you going to be as a person once you get through that? How is it going to change you? Okay, who knows? Who knows? Y'all know that I am such a hippie. For those of you that don't know, like I am hardcore, like hippie.
I'm love teeth and chicken grease. Much
I
love
love
teeth and
that.
chicken grease.
I love that. That's so you. That's so you. But yeah, and thank you for sharing, Tessa, because you didn't have to on here, because this does go global and it does go to YouTube. That, you know, suicide is not something to mess with. When you get in that place, we need you to call. I've got a number scrolling across the bottom. Please don't think that's bullshit. And I'm talking to the LGBT, which are the most stubborn people ever. If you are in a bad place, please admit you're in a bad place and tell somebody. Okay? Sometimes they don't want to hear it. Okay? As a matter of fact, chances are they don't want to hear it. Okay? But you have to find a way to make them hear it, because once they hear you, maybe it can help a little bit. If nothing else, you know, send them resources and whatever, to where they've got somebody they can talk to that's a professional if need be. Like, we're not professional, so if you're in real trouble, just like they say on the doctor's office when you call, if this is an emergency, call 911.
Yeah.
We're the same way. If you are in a 911 situation, that's who you need to call. We'll be here for you after.
Yeah.
Okay, but the 911 part, man, there are better people trained to do that. My ex.
And I wanted to state that I was trying to avoid you because I knew you was going to call me, and I didn't want to. I got rid of everyone that I knew was going to talk me out, and made it to where they could. I thought they made it. I made it to where you couldn't reach me, and little did I know.
Yeah, but you can't do that, and
But-
people want to do that because when you want to shut people out, just like you said, you know. And by the way, I guess I do need to put up a trigger warning.
Should have stated that.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is going to be about suicide and stuff, and it's real and raw tonight. Tessa has come forward some information that she provided, and we're talking about it right now. When you come to the point that you don't care, okay, that's not a good place to be in. Okay, that's just not a good place to be in, and you need to get away from that place. Now, if that's your decision, then there's nothing anybody can do about it. My thing is, just like buying guns and shit, I think you should give it a minute. Okay, because you're in crisis when you think that way. It's never going to get better. Things are always going to be bad. This is the most horrible thing I'm going through. It might feel like that. Like, I'm giving it to you. I'm telling you. It probably does feel that way. Absolutely. Very much so, Tessa. I know that there's other people out there going through the same thing. And I want everybody to know that you're going to be okay. I need you to hang on.
And it's okay not to be okay.
And it will turn out to be okay. Maybe not the way you think, you know, or the way you want or whatever, but it will. You're going to survive. You're going to get gray hair.
This too shall pass.
This too shall pass. I know that sounds so cliche.
Right.
I know it does. It really just sounds like, oh, fuck you, shut up.
But it's true.
It is, and it's terrible. It's just like, hang on for a minute. Just hang on for a minute, and I promise that this mess will go away. Like, you're 6 months behind in your rent and they're coming to kick you out. Well, okay, guess what? Tomorrow when they kick you out, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Glass half full. You were worried for 6 months. You didn't know what the hell you were going to do. Well, as of the time they put your ass on the street, guess what? Problem solved. Now you just have to find a new way. Okay, and we're supposed to survive. And we have the ability to do it. Life is very difficult, however. And I know this support live is sad. It's so sad to talk about all this. However, this is the reality of where we are. If you need help, please reach out to those who want to help. Okay, like the Trevor Project's in here, stuff like that. Look, we did the National Suicide Prevention. Let's do... And write down these links and stuff.
Save them.
Look,
On your phone.
translife.org. Are you having trouble? Are you trans somewhere in the country or wherever and you need support? There's some support for you. Suicide rates are unreal and unnecessarily so. Like
Wow, that's good, Dustin. I'm glad to hear.
Oh, I meant to comment on that. Oh, look, Miss Mocha seems to be here. Good, because I'm driving crazy here. I'm not doing real good.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I thank you for sharing, Tessa, and you didn't have to. But it is hopeful because you're talking about it out loud.
Right.
And that's good. And you know that that's good because if we just talk in our head and only to ourselves, that's the only opinion you're getting. Okay, well, what if your opinion is wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you need to bounce it off of somebody. And just like Tessa said, here at the Rainbow, we really don't give up on you. Okay, you might give up on you, but we don't give up on you. Okay, and I don't care where you are or where you go or where you're from. We want you to thrive and survive. That's what the whole thing is about. Together we can change the world. Together we can lessen our suffering. It's a together thing. Okay, like I can't do this by myself. Y'all saw I needed Tessa to help me because I couldn't do it all alone. Okay, the same thing with anything else. I called her the other day and she needed me, and then today I needed her, so it all worked out good. But together, okay, alone sucks. We all learned that with the pandemic. I mean, it's good, it's cool, but it sucks. I mean, it really does. Like, I want to party.
Speaking of the pandemic, can you talk about how it's real and still a thing?
It is.
And
it is, and I'm a DoorDash driver, and it's funny because I had totaled my car. I ended up out of work for several weeks, so I didn't wear a mask, and then I didn't go outside either, so I didn't really know how the world was behaving. And so I came back out, but I've been watching the news and all kinds of stuff. So I still wear my mask, but no one does. Now, in restaurants, yes, but as a whole, no more mask. But y'all know that it's rampant, right? Okay, it's
like people are still getting it, and I'm like,
way,
like a lot, like
because this is
this
is that new variant thing. So yeah, everybody's getting. So yeah, am I still washing my hands with my silly soap? Yeah. Am I still wearing a mask? Yeah. And like over the last couple of weeks though, because remember I didn't have a car, so I again was having all my food delivered and stuff like that, just like during the pandemic. So I just now have re-entered the world of the mere mortals. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think they lifted the mask mandate in flying.
But then I have to say, without being sarcastic, welcome to South Carolina. We all suck here. They did when it was bad. Like when it was bad, that's when everybody was like having temper tantrums and stuff. I don't want to wear my mask. Oh, Dustin, I meant to say that is awesome. That is awesome, especially in the gay world. He has a husband that he's had for a very long time, but his husband is much older than himself. And then he's been having trouble get on disability, and they're still messing around and stuff like that. So he has trouble every now and again. But his husband brought his medicine to him, which was one of those together cool things. And it's an ex-husband, which is like uber cool. I always say that I wish everybody that would get a divorce would remember that they loved each other once. Because
How did
divorce.
you get to put the she, her next to yours? I didn't get to put that next.
I typed it in.
I tried to. It said, I guess I'll try doing it.
Well, should I make? No, you can edit it. I think from where you are. Yeah, and the gas thing, man. If you can save on gas, you're it. Nowadays, it would be, if you came to somebody like, here's $10 for gas. Oh, thanks.
Like what? You know how much it takes to fill up my van?
How much?
$85.
I would fall over. Over. I'm telling you right now, I would make a scene the second it said $80. Oh my God. Oh my God. At 47, I thought I was going to die.
85.
But then when we got the replacement car, I told Zachary it had to be a little car. Okay, it had to be a little car because I just will nut up. I can't.
Right.
I can't spend that kind of money. And for those of you that know me know that I am coupon queen now. You get up into $50, ooh. Now you're into real money. Okay. I know rich people don't think $50 is a lot, but when you stop and you look at $50, it is a lot of money. It doesn't do much anymore, but
No.
it is a lot of money.
It don't do much, but coming up with it is hard.
It is. And, these shows on TV, they're like, the unemployment rate is down, and I'm like, okay. People are still not spending, so they're still not hiring, so they're still not paying, so nothing's changing. Everybody's just talking about it.
Yeah, nobody.
Right.
That's a different. I can go on and on about. Make sure we vote, guys. It's very important. It's not
And
just the
make sure-
presidential. Not just the presidential elections we need to worry about. You can vote every 2 years. Well, yeah, every 2 years.
And
The senators, the governors, those are the ones that we need that make our laws and start fighting for us. And we have lots of work to do. They're trying to make us go back, and let's just vote. Well, that's all I'm going to say. Make sure that our voices are heard.
Mocha, what are you doing? Are you messing with your phone?
I'm not.
No, the Mocha is in the background. She keeps turning my mic on. We'll call tomorrow. Okay, cool, Dustin. Fingers crossed. Man, isn't Social Security awful? Having to deal with disability is just one of those hurricane things, Tessa. It's just one of those things. It's just so awful to go through.
Social Security and workers' comp is like.
No kidding. And they make it. It's like it's made to be a nightmare. It's made to be complicated. It's made to put you at, whatever. It's just like, going against a big insurance company. They say it all the time. Like, you're never going to win because they have so many lawyers and so much money.
And
they'll just outsue you.
And they'll just twist everything you say and turn it and not.
And before they even speak, they'll outstay you. Hi, Mocha.
Hi, Mocha.
Hello.
Oh, look at you in your hair.
I know, I had to cut it.
Oh, you look very cool. I like it. You need to put the camera up, though. We can't see the top. The top of you. Oh, I like it. Tessa, do you like it?
I do. I love
do
it.
too. You need to leave that up.
I like it.
Leave it up. You see it.
Yeah, so people can see
when I
your
said
hair.
that.
Yeah, it looks very cool. I like it. I'm glad you got your hair done. Well, and it's nice to see you. We did put up a trigger warning earlier, and we're putting some numbers up for people to get help if they need it. We're talking about suicide, and Tessa was telling everybody of her problem over the last couple of days and how she came back around, and we're trying to put the word out there that if you're not okay, it's okay, but to go get help and to call someone.
Okay. That's
Yes.
kind of what I have brought to talk about. I'm just trying to bring up my Facebook real quick.
Cool. And you always, have data and stuff, but yeah, the suicide rate in the LGBT, they've broadcasted it, has increased since the pandemic in 2020. That the LGBT is having a harder time. What?
Y'all missed a comment.
What?
Several comments actually.
What? I thought I got them.
Well, I don't know. You might have said it. We have Roger. We have Sage.
Nope.
And then
You're
we have
echoing.
Hi,
Calvin.
Sage. You're on
Hi.
my list. Look, no, and I don't know. Look, I'm looking at this one. I got Dustin over here, and I'm looking at this one.
It only shows. Oh, see, I don't have to. I can't.
I wonder what that is.
Yeah, when you comment on my Facebook, it doesn't pop up.
Whoa, weirdness. I don't know what's going on now. But it's okay because I have Mocha here. And by the way, for those of you that don't know us, that's Princess Mocha on the bottom. And she and I are co-founders of the Rainbow Support Group. And that's Tessa. She's a board member. Right now residing elsewhere. However, home is always home.
Possibilities. Very possible. I could be heading south again.
Thank you, Dustin. That's a plus.
10 years.
That is a plus.
Yeah, I love you, Tessa, so very much. And I'm glad that you told people. I hope that people can see this. Somebody might need to see this. I know, sometimes it's easier to say, okay, just enough. However, that's just the end. And then there's no tomorrow. And then there's no chocolate ice cream. And
I hate chocolate ice cream. When you
How can
said
you hate
that,
chocolate
I was
ice cream?
like,
You
when you
can't.
mentioned the chocolate ice cream, I was like, I hope there's not because I hate chocolate ice cream.
Okay, what about cheesecake?
Okay, you can't go wrong with cheesecake.
Okay, now cheesecake is the shit, man. That stuff, oh my god. Oh
I
my
am,
god.
I'm weird, I guess. I cannot stand chocolate. I don't like chocolate ice cream. I don't like.
I've heard people say that in the last couple of years, and I find it to be strange.
I mean, I'll
find
eat brownies. I'll eat them, but like just sitting there and just.
But I find it strange that I find it strange. Like, Kim, why do you care? And I'm like, I just find it weird that people don't like chocolate. Like, to me, that's like. But then I went to stay with my son, who is an older person. And when it came to his birthday, I'm like, okay, B, what kind of cake do you want? And his answer to me was, I don't eat sweets. What kind of alien are you? Okay, I don't know you. I don't know you. Okay, if you don't eat junk food like cakes and cookies and brownies, and I don't know who you are.
Definitely love junk food though.
I love chocolate though.
But-
I know that I have an extreme chocolate happy though. I'll put chocolate on anything. I love chocolate.
Mocha, I do have a question, if it's okay, if I may I ask.
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed your pronouns is he, she, and they. How I've noticed that with someone else that I've worked with, and I wasn't exactly sure. Do they go by they pronoun? Do they prefer he? Do they like? I know it's different for each person. So for you, in your personal experience, was your preferred, or is it you don't any one?
Well, I consider myself, because, some of you may not know, when we first created the Rainbow Support Group, at that particular time, I once identified as trans, because that was all we knew. But as the day goes on, we discover new things, we fill new types of categories, and I found gender fluid, and it fit a lot more. Not necessarily just being called she all the time, but embracing both sides like yin and yang, he and she. Some days I'm very masculine, some days I'm very feminine, some days it's a mixture. They is a new concept for us. I know it's not a new concept for the LGBT community, but it has been around. It's been a new concept that has been ever changing. I've actually used it at work. Whenever I meet an account that I have to call, and I'm not sure if, because their name could be unisex, if I'm not sure if what the pronouns are, they is the fill-in. Could you ask them to give me a message? Could you tell them that I called and let them know that I need to call back instead of tell him to give me a call or tell her I need to call back? So I look at a respectful term as of if you don't know the pronoun, or if you're watching this video and I don't look like a girl and you don't feel comfortable calling me she. At the end of the day, it's not really if it makes the other person comfortable, it's what makes you comfortable. But I do put it out there because obviously I embrace all sides.
All right.
Good question.
And I have a follow-up question to that. Would you classify gender fluid to fall under the trans umbrella? Because I know gender fluid, non-binary. I think that's still falls under the trans umbrella and would be considered transgender. But
If you have to put it in a box, yes, it would go in a box similar to trans. But
you just don't want to be in a box.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very similar. It's along the same spectrum for sure.
All right. Thank you for
not politically correct or whatever, but I always say Mocha's both. Like, I never could separate the two. I know I'm not politically correct, but we would be in a store and I always refer to her as she and as Mocha. And she lets me, and that's how we met. Okay, so that's what that is. But people would look at me weird, like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, I'm talking to her. You're stupid. Don't even talk to us. I don't want to hear from you. But I never had a trans feeling, so to speak, about Mocha so much as the ability to do both. Like, I never found her 100% like a dude and 100% like a girl. Like, you can see the two mix.
Well, I used to say that gender now, to me at least, is a spectrum. And you can come out being as feminine as Marilyn Monroe or as masculine as Jon Snow, which is like a barbarian. Or fall anywhere in between.
Right.
Well, when I first met you, I met I'm Princess Mocha. I met you as Princess Mocha, and I actually thought that you were two different people. I thought Princess Mocha was a person, and then you were another. I didn't know that you were the same person until I actually joined the Rainbow, and I was like, "Yeah." It took me until I joined the Rainbow to know that.
That's because you definitely have a sense, and you can tell a difference between my masculine side and my feminine side, but then you also can see how they coexist together.
Right. But thank you for allowing me to ask that question.
Well, no problem. All questions. There's no dumb question here. All questions are welcome.
Not at the Rainbow. You're allowed to ask whatever questions you want.
So for the last 15 minutes, I want to read something.
Okay.
This is a paragraph in our handy dandy book. The power to change. To a greater or lesser extent, we have been given power by a number of influences. Parental, educational, cultural. Over time, these influences have also shaped our habits of thought and belief. Power is energy with a purpose, but anything has become habitual has lost its purpose, and so forfeited its power. The power to change is essential if we are ever to annihilate stress, which is crucial if we are to ever relax. In her book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, Dr. Susan Jeffers talks about the result of habituation. If you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. I know it's a tongue twister, but I'm going to read it again. She says, if you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you always got. In other words, unless we break habits and refocus ourselves to change, we will always feel unrelaxed because we will never be able to break patterns of negative thinking. You know, like Kim and I had talked on the last thing, our brains can be rerouted. And if you constantly think negative and you constantly put yourself in negative situations, it's because your brain has rerouted to find negative concepts much faster than the positive ones. If you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you always got. We all have vast reserves of energy within, but when purpose is lost and self-expression is blocked, we fail to tap into these phenomenal resources. The danger is that we will start to live on the surface of our lives, no longer active, but reactive. Unless we find and use the power to change, we drift at a mercy of random currents. We cannot rely upon anyone else to do the changing for us. Self-belief and self-empowerment come, by definition, from within. When we undertake to change, we are the heroes of our own spiritual journey. And, like the great heroes of myth, we must slay the demons of illusion, which is like low self-esteem, laziness, attachment to habit, with the sword of knowledge and the shield of courage. It may help us to dramatize our resolution in those terms and devise a program for change as an idea. Persuade yourself that the idea can be made real, then pour your energies into carrying out that project. Oh, Tessa left.
No, she probably had a child issue.
Oh.
She was coming and going doing to that, but here at the Rainbow, we do technical difficulties, and it's totally okay. Plus, what we were talking about with Tessa made me cry. I was just taking off my glasses, looking at my eyes, and she made me cry when she was talking. She was very brave to tell everyone. She had decided she was done, and whoa. Mm-hmm. And so we're bringing it really to the floor today that if you're in trouble, please reach out. Your life does matter. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking in my car, like, how do I let all these strangers know that this weirdo here in South Carolina really does care if you're alive? Like, I really do care. And I don't want you to suffer alone. And I don't want you to think that you're going to suffer forever. Right. Like, I really want you to know that, like, when I was talking to her during the crisis, I said, I know, I understand. You're running down a road. There's all these crazy things going on. It's absolutely unbearable. But you're coming to a
realization,
a gate in the road. Once we get over that gate, all this shit that's happening now will be behind you. I'm here to tell you, with my white hair, I used to be a redhead, that you will survive the most amazing things. But I need you all to believe that you can survive. Okay, you must put wind under your wings. I don't care how you do it. Find a friend, talk to people on here. We've got 1,700 people that like the Rainbow page. There's no reason why you can't connect with a human somewhere. Okay, if you don't like Facebook, go to Facebook, find people, and then take them into your world. You know, email each other. And it doesn't matter where you live. Believe it or not, watching the news, all of the LGBT shit, it's happening everywhere. Okay, so if you're talking to somebody in Texas, or you're talking to somebody in, you know, Singapore, or you're talking... Okay, we still are a minority. We still are being talked about on the news. You know, it's still happening. We need to take care of our people. We need to really watch out and vote. Okay, and I know we're not a political organization, nor can we be. We can't speak about a candidate, we can't do that. But what we can do is tell your ass to get to the voting booth. And just like Tessa said, there's so many, or Mocha said, there's so many different votes we need to pay attention to, and that's the ones that's scary. Like, we didn't really pay attention to the Senate, you know what I mean, or the Congress, or your local representative, or we just didn't. The president. Okay, but there's all kinds of people that are in line that matter to the laws, that matter to us as LGBT people and people of color. Okay, everybody needs to be watching. Okay, there's a bigger picture to everything. So take care of each other. And I've listening to people right now, people are starting to hurt for things. If you have a neighbor who needs help, just like Dustin said, his ex brought him medicine, which saved him on gas as well. So he didn't have to pay for his medicine, and he didn't have to pay for the gas. If you can help your neighbor, do that. And I know that Dustin cooks for his neighbors all the time. Okay, he shares food, he shares whatever. Make sure you're thinking about that, because it's getting tough for some people. And remember, refer them where you can in the cities that you're in. And for help, man, if you're sad, please tell somebody. And please don't think it's not important. It is important. It's extremely important. And I need you guys to get help if you need help. Okay, we've got resources on our website. If you go to www.rainbowsupportgroupsc.org, you can click on our resource links, and we've got some mental health places on there you can look up if you need to. Please know that it is valuable for you to do that. If anything else, to break the cycle so that you can start to heal.
And I want to show a picture because, as we had a very stressful day at work, didn't get out on time, it started to rain. I look outside, going out to my car, and you can't see it. You can kind of see it if I turn it that way, but you see the rainbow?
Oh, I
do. A full rainbow.
Cool.
No, it's kind of, let me if I turn the brightness down.
That could have been scary. Flipping pictures.
But I took like 20, so.
Of course you did. She's a very good photographer, by the way, if y'all are ever with her. She takes great pictures. Oh,
well,
I do see it. Well, I can see the line. Like, I can see the
Yeah,
line.
that's the rainbow.
Look how big it is.
It goes all the way across.
That's cool.
And as I was driving home from our bowling event, saw a rainbow.
Nice. I like that. And I love it when people send it to us. Like, they'll send me pictures during the day. They'll see a rainbow and they'll be like, thought of you. I'm like, cool. Good deal. Good deal. Let's spread this around. And remember, the rainbow wants you to thrive and survive. That's what we do.
Yep.
And
Now, for our last little 5 minutes, I want to leave you with the first 4 letters of the alphabet of change.
Okay.
All right, so the first one, A, awareness. First, become aware of what you need to change in yourself. What is preventing you from attaining containment or contentment? What habits are blocking the way to realizing your full potential? What do you want to be in the future, and what is your vision? Awareness, letter A. All right, for letter B, that's going to be for belief. Many people entertain change in their minds as a kind of fantasy, but in fact, it is a reality that lies within your power. The belief that you cannot really alter your life will not stand up to challenge. It might be useful to ask yourself questions such as, what has held me back from change in the past? And what are the stages by which I can bring about change now? Letter C, commitment. Motivation is the key to commitment. We need to want to change rather than feel it as a duty to ourselves. Try writing down a list of commitments in the form of statements beginning with I will. They should come directly out of and be connected with your overall vision. Personal power is released with every promise to yourself that you fulfill. We've said before, write it down. Whether it's a grocery list or your mission statement, write it down. The next letter, and the last one I'll leave you with for today, is discipline. Letter D. We cannot change unless we are able to maintain a steady course over time. Think of each sign of change as a major landmark passed. Even if we find ourselves slipping into old habits, that achievement cannot be taken away. We do not have to cover the same ground again. Every time we step forward, we are covering a new road. Now, on our live coming up for this month, we'll go over more letters of change. There's a whole alphabet, so stay tuned.
Cool. Absolutely. That was good. I like when you do that.
Dalvin says he saw a double rainbow. Love double rainbows.
Hi, Dalvin.
Yeah, Dalvin's commenting on my personal page, so we can't see his comments.
No, so I'm in the dark here.
Jade says fork in the road. That could be physically or metaphysically, like metaphorically. We'll come to a lot of forks in the road, and you get to choose which path you go down. And no path is too narrow for you to turn around.
Now, I know that everybody has a thing against Dr. Seuss, but I'm sorry. During that time, I was a preschool teacher, and that is an excellent book, by the way. Just saying. And it is, Oh, the Places We'll Go. Okay. About some you'll say it's not good to go there. It's life. And that's what I keep telling everybody. I know I'm such a buzzkill. Everybody's like, Kim, why do you tell me something so shitty? I'm like, because I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, let's look at the reality of the situation at any given moment, and then we'll deal with it at that point. If you go into the denial page, all you're going to do is you're going to, okay, so life in your world is getting crazy. So you're going to put stuff to the side. You're going to start procrastinating on everything. And then things that are simple, you just don't do. Well, then it builds up on you that you haven't done it. And it's like, but if you just do it, you'd feel better. Not only that, like the other day when we were in crisis, the whole thing that we needed to do first was calm down. To admit that there is a hurricane, grab a hold of something and start going down the important things one at a time. The hurricanes don't last forever. Okay, they don't ever last forever. It might seem like it. Good night to you too, Dustin.
Good night, Dustin.
Yes, good night to everyone. And it is late now. We have done our hour. Please get mental health help if you need it. Please reach out to a 1-800-HELP number. Please contact us and give us a call if you need to. Reach out to somebody. Your life does matter. And right now, please don't feel alone because there's a lot of people going through this right now. Like, no kidding. Like, if I was to get in my car and go make a trip, I'd have to choose between at least 3 places right now. Okay, we're talking people are having a hard time. So keep an eye on your friends. Keep an eye on your neighbors. You know, if you see something going wrong, something's weird, ask them. And if you ask them and they act like everything's perfect, but you know you can tell it's not, let them know it's okay to not be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know that you're there, that you're not trying to bother them or, get in their business or anything, but that you're there to help and you can refer them someplace, Yeah, so there's that for that. Kind of sad, kind of trigger warning, but very important that everybody know.
Yep, so that will leave you with your homework. Maybe that helps some of you that are going through some stuff right now. And if not, maybe you can take what we talked about and share it with someone who does nothing.
Right. What? Share it on your page and they might bump into it by accident.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the next time you will see us.
And I have it on the website as well. It's up to date. The 9th will be our in-person meeting. We still have to decide where, And then right after that, we're going to do the live about the meeting that we covered. I'm also trying to plan a meeting for before with some of the board. But that's too much for my brain. We'll do it one at a time. Absolutely. All right. We wish all of you the best, and please stay healthy and get in the sun, and everything will be okay. I promise.
And
Even
it's
if it's
okay
not
not to be okay.
Right. Right. You will get through. You will get through. I promise. All right. We're here if you need us. We'll see
you on the night?
in about a week. Okay. Bye.
That's on Tuesday.
I know. So it's almost a week. It's almost.